Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about the harmonic mean. So in the part of the harmonic mean, okay, we will discuss the continuous series. Okay, continuous series. Okay, in the previous class, actually we discussed this harmonic mean with what is called individual series and also discrete series. Okay, today we will discuss how we are going to measure this harmonic mean through continuous series. Okay, the continuous series. So here, actually, when we discussed about the arithmetic mean through continuous series, okay, the formula was the x bar is equal to sigma f m divided by n. Okay, this was the formula to know the arithmetic mean through continuous series. Okay, here harmonic mean nothing but the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of the reciprocal of the individual series, that is x values. So that's why the harmonic mean nothing but the reciprocal. So reciprocal of arithmetic mean of the reciprocal of the individual observations. So nothing but it will be like sigma what is called 1 by f sigma f divided by m. Okay, this is the formula to know the harmonic mean through continuous series. Okay, continuous series. Otherwise, this formula can be write like this also. Harmonic mean is equal to n divided by, okay, sigma 1 by x into f. So nothing but f into 1, f divided by x will come, that's why f divided by m. Okay, this is the formula to know the harmonic mean through this continuous series. Okay, here when here the continuous series nothing but in the given data what will be there? In the given data we can observe that there will be class interval and frequency. Okay, since it is the continuous series, okay, there will be class interval and frequency. Immediately what we have to do? So what is the first step in the continuous series? For the given class interval, we have to find out the
frequency.
No, frequency already it was given in the data. Okay, in the continuous series, the data or problem will give in these two steps. One is the class interval, the second one is frequency. So for this one, what we have to do? What is the next step? That is our motto. Okay. So immediately we have to find out the mid values. Mid values. That is the first step in the continuous series. Whatever the method may be, okay, it may be a mean, mode, or whatever it may be, okay, geometric mean or harmonic mean, whatever it may be. So first of all, we have to find out the mid values particularly for arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. If we want to estimate arithmetic mean or geometric mean or harmonic mean through continuous series for the given data, particularly for the given class interval, immediately we have to find out the mid values. Okay, that is called m. Okay, how we will get the mid values? What is the formula to know the mid value? Lower limit of the class plus upper limit of that particular class divided by 2. So is through this formula we will get the mid value. Okay, so now we got the what is called mid values. So the next step, what we have to do? So we have to divide Okay, we have to divide this particular frequency with mid values. So that is f divided by m we have to do in the second step. So then after dividing this frequency with their respective mid values, so we have to add all these values. We will get a sigma f divided by m. Sigma f divided by m. So then we have to add the sum of frequency also, which may be called n. Okay, n is equal to sum of frequency. Okay, sum of frequency. Now we got n value and we got a sigma f by m value. So then what is the formula to know the harmonic mean? Harmonic mean is equal to n divided by sigma f divided by m. So if we substitute this value in the respective formula, we will get one value. That value is considered as harmonic mean. Okay, this is the procedure. How we are going to estimate the harmonic mean value through continuous series. Okay, we will see one example, then we will get some clear-cut idea. Okay, here, say already I told you harmonic mean nothing but there will be class interval and frequency. Okay, in the given data, suppose the sum will be like this. So that is the class interval will be like this. Okay, 10 to 20. So take for example, class interval is considered as a marks, whatever it may be. Okay, 10 to 20 marks got around 4 students in the classroom, and the marks between 20 to 30 got 6 students in the classroom, and the marks between 30 to 40 got around 10 students in your classroom, and the marks between 40 to 50, 7 students got the marks. Okay, and 50 to 60 in between. Okay, in between the class marks will get around 3 students in the classroom. Okay, this is the sum. Class interval was given and frequency was given. So we have to find out the harmonic mean from this given data. Okay, okay. Since here there is a class interval along with the frequency, immediately we can come to conclusion that so we have to use the continuous series. So why we have to use the continuous series here? Because class interval, whenever there is a class interval in the given data, definitely that is in the part of the continuous series. That is our blind. Blindly we have to remember like that. Okay, so here, see the first you add this sum of frequency. Okay, this is 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 10 20, 20 plus 7 27, plus 3 30. So what is this one called? N. So N is here 30. That is sum of frequency was 30. So then what is our next step?
Mid value.
F. We mid have value. To find out the mid values. M. M nothing but mid values. So what is the formula to know the mid values? Lower limit of that particular class plus upper limit of that particular class divided by 2. So 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 by 2 is equal to how much here? 15. Because 15 is called 15 was called mid value of that class interval. Okay, like here see 20 plus 30. This is lower limit of the class. This is upper limit of that particular class. 20 plus 30, 50. 50 by 2 is equal to 25. Like 30 plus 40, that is 70. 70 by 2 is equal 35. To 35. Then 40 plus 50, 90. 90 by 2 is equal to 45. Then 50 plus 60, that is 110. 110 by 5 is equal to 55. Okay, these are the mid values of each and every class interval. Okay, so generally, here there is a logic. Here, since the 10 is the difference between lower limit and upper limit of the class interval. Okay, lower limit and upper limit class, the difference was 10. So if you know the first mid value and for the remaining, if we add 10 for each and every class, we will get these mid values also. Okay, that is the procedure. But the procedure means we have to find out the mid values for each and every class interval by adding two classes. Two limits of the classes, that is lower limit of the class and upper limit of the class. So and by divided with 2. So then we will get the mid values. Okay, these are the what is called mid values. So now we know the frequency and we know the mid values. So what is our formula? Harmonic mean is equal to n divided by sigma f divided by maybe called x. Okay, that is our formula. So according to that formula, we got n here. We know that n is equal to sum of frequency. So then we have to find out the sigma fx. Okay, before going to know the sigma fx, first of all we have to find out the value of f by m values. If you know the f by m values, so then you can add all these f by m values, then you will get the sigma. This is not x, it is called m, mid values. Okay, mid values. So then we will get the sigma f by m. Now tell me, so here the frequency is 4 divided by 15. How much we will get? 4 divided by 15 is equal to, you will get 0.267. Okay, this is f, this is by m. Okay, f by m is equal to 0.267.
Yeah.
So like that, 6 divided by 25. Next is fm. This is frequency 6 and m is 25. If we divide it by 6 with 25, we will get 0.240. Okay, we will get 0.240. Like that, if we divided this f10 and mid value 35. Okay, so if you divide it by 10 with 35, so how much we will get? So we will get 0.286. Okay, 0.286 we will get. Okay, then this is the frequency 7 and mid value is 45. So if we divided 7 with 45, okay, we will get 0.156. 0.156 we will get. So then the next frequency is 3. 3 divided by mid value is 55. If we divided 3 with 55, we will get 0.055. Okay, we got these values. Okay, we got these values. See, all these values we got. All these values are called f by m values. So then what we have to do here? We have to add all these values, which will come sigma, adding nothing but sigma, summation. Sigma is the symbol for the summation. Okay, sigma, that is f divided by m. So how much we will get if we add all these values? We will get 1.004. Okay, if we add all these f by m values, we will get 1.004. Now we know n, that is 30, and we know f by m values. So that is what is now HM, that is harmonic mean is equal to 30 divided by f sigma f by m nothing but 1.004. So then harmonic mean is equal to, so if we divide it by 30 with 1.004, we will get how much? 29.88. This is called harmonic mean value. Nothing but 30 almost. Okay, so this is the way how we are going to find the harmonic mean. Okay, harmonic mean we are going to be find out. So this is the thing like that we are going to be discussing. So harmonic mean value through continuous series. Okay, so we discussed individual series, discrete series, and continuous series. Okay, these are the 5 central tendency values. That is arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, and mode. Okay, see, just you see overall observation of this central tendencies. When we are discussing these central tendencies, particularly these mathematical averages, there the formulas are very, very important. The formulas are going to play very important role. Okay, the formulas are going to play very important role particularly. See, just in overall aspect we will observe that, okay, arithmetic mean, what is the formulas through individual series and discrete series and continuous series. We will try to understand. Okay, when we are talking about arithmetic mean in the individual series, x bar is equal to sigma x by n. Through discrete series, sigma fx divided by n. Okay, this is the basic formula. Since there will be frequency in the discrete series, we are adding f. Okay, so in the continuous series, instead of x there will be mid values. That's why just we are adding fm divided by n. See, this is the basic formula. Here, since there is no frequency in the individual series, there will not be any f here. But here there is a frequency, that's why f added here. And instead of x, there will be mid values in the continuous series. That's why m will be there. See, that is the procedure. Okay, then we are talking about the geometric mean. Okay, geometric mean, the same thing is geometric mean is equal to, already I told you, it is anti-log of sigma log x divided by n. So it's the same formula, arithmetic formula only we can see here also. But here instead of x, we are going to take the log values of the x. That's why we took log x, sigma log x by n. Finally, to this value, we are going to find out the anti-log. So that's why anti-log of sigma log x by n. In the same way, geometric mean is equal to, so along with x there will be frequency. So anti-log, same, sigma f log x we can see divided by n. Okay, so there will be frequency. Just we added the frequency, that's all. Only we added the frequency, and in the continuous series, so we can see geometric mean is equal to, so anti-log of sigma log sigma f log m divided by n we can see. Okay, that we can see. So when we are talking about this harmonic mean, okay, harmonic mean, it is a reciprocal to the arithmetic mean. That's why n divided by sigma 1 by x is the formula in the individual series. In the discrete series, we can see harmonic mean is equal to n divided by the same, we can see, so sigma f by x. Okay, in the continuous series, we can see harmonic mean is equal to n divided by sigma f divided by m. M in the place of x. Whenever we are talking about the continuous series, the m should be there in the place of x, that's all. Like median, so arithmetic mean, that is equal to, so what is called n plus 1 by nth item. In the individual series in the given data, so n plus 1 by 2 we will get some value. So that place, in that value place, which value is there, that is called median. So even here also n plus 1 by 2 nth item will be there. So we will get one value. So that value where it will be included in the cumulative frequency in the median. Okay, that cumulative frequency opposite value x is called median. Okay, like that in the continuous series, we are going to see n plus 1 by 2 item. Okay, first we are going to do n plus 2 by item. This where it is going to be added in the cumulative frequency. That opposite class will called a median class. So then median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into I. Okay, that median class lower limit is called L. So yeah, n by 2, n nothing but sum of frequency by 2 minus CF nothing but cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency nothing but median class preceding class of cumulative frequency is called CF, and F nothing but median class frequency, and I nothing but what is called class interval in this particular case. And the mode is, that is called Z. Okay, Z in the individual series, how we can find out? More number of times. Okay, more number of times repeated value. More number of times repeated value is called what is called mode in the individual series. So what is called in the discrete series, here also the mode is equal to more frequency concentrated. More frequency concentrated, that frequency opposite x will be considered as Z. Okay, in the what is called in the last continuous series, mode is equal to L plus delta 1 by delta 1 plus delta 2 into I. So whereas delta 1 is equal to F1 minus F0, whereas delta 2 is equal to F1 minus
F0.
F2. So there F1 is nothing but that mode class opposite frequency, F0 is equal to preceding frequency, F2 is equal to so succeeding frequency. So like that. Okay, if we are not able to find the median value in the given data through this formula, the Carl-Pearson developed one formula that is called Z is equal to 3 median minus 2 x bar. Okay, this is one particular formula was developed by Carl-Pearson whenever the mode value was not able to develop. Okay, this is the points you try to remember all these formulas. Okay, these are called central tendency values. 5 type of averages.